Hello, welcome back to another fabulous day on my channel. I'm Jacob from Jacob's Books Corner, and today we are going to be talking about my current writing projects. I have 4 current writing projects going on, plus short stories, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video. I would like to mention that this is going to be a relatively shorter video. I'm thinking between 5 and 6 minutes long. After done editing, my best guess, we'll see. Just because this is a video I'm going to point you to if you have a question about one of my projects. Some of these projects I've talked very openly about on this channel. Some of these projects I haven't really talked at all about. So, let's get started and let's go through them. So, let's start with the obvious room, the one in the room. I am still working on Broken Boys Draft 3. It's still a thing. I just have yet to make any, zero progress in it whatsoever. It's also not my top priority right now. The release date has moved significantly. Original release date was for February 14th. Or, no, it was like February, whatever that Tuesday was, that first Tuesday. Or second Tuesday in February. That was my original plan to self-publish this. And then I realized, oh shit, that's not going to work out with everything else going on in my life. Now the plan is to actually publish this in summer of 2023, I think is the plan. To have a May release of it. This is put on the back burner just for a little bit. I do have to get it all prepped and ready to send to an editor by I'm going to say October of next year. September, October-ish. So we will be jumping back into it. We're just not there yet. I have a few other ideas I want to work on, and I'm still in the rereading process, so the next video you guys will see for Broken Boys is a rereading, re-outlining book, because I really need to, and I have a lot of notes and stuff. I gotta jump back into that world to really be immersed in it before I can start even drafting, book 3. Next one is another one I have talked about a little bit here recently, not to any great extent, but I've talked about, I mentioned, and that is Elizabeth Snow. I got this copy of this book in October, and I've been dying to read it, and I just have yet to allow myself to plunge. I think we're ready to plunge, if I'm not mistaken. Or, no, we're ready to plunge, okay? So, this book is about Elizabeth, obviously, as she is forced into a political role to be a hero destined for greatness. She is Elizabeth Snow, and this is her tale. This book follows from the time she is 17 to 22. I want to say, something like that. And it goes through the first act being very Hunger Games-like to being a completely own story. And it's a dystopian, and I love it. I love this character so much. I love the world that I built for this character. This is the first time I ever truly built a world outside of my own and got disappeared into it. And I went to every colony. I did all this fun shit with it. I really enjoyed Elizabeth Snow, so I'm really excited to jump back into it. But as I've talked about previously on this channel, with Elizabeth Snow, the first act does very much take place in a Hunger Games situation, a battle royale to the death, which is fine. There's a lot of books that do it, but I just feel like it's very similar. When I start to talk to people about it, they also agree it's very similar. Your mind automatically goes over to that. My second idea was very divergent-y, and so it didn't work out. And then I saw the movie Gladiators, like I said, it was sometime in October, and I was like, oh shit, oh my god, yeah, and I got it. So, we have a clear idea, and I was going to start working on this for Nanowrimo. I put this project on pause because of Nanowrimo, because I realized I just need a lot more time to start to develop and do more things with the story. So we're still in the developing factor of getting a very clear outline and doing all those fun stuff for Elizabeth Snow. I don't feel like we'll start maybe writing this. I think the goal is to start writing this for NaNoWriMo in April. That's the plan. So it's a pretty far off book. It's for the first camp of 2022, but I think that it will give me plenty of time to really start to build and progress on it. By the way, the next little thing you'll see for Elizabeth Snow is a rereading vlog. I don't think we'll re-outline. This is a 600-page book, so I feel like it's just going to be a rereading. I'm very excited. And I think it's going to be pretty grasped with some spoilers and stuff. I'm going to talk about some of the things I did and some of the lines I have in the book. I don't think it's going to be direct spoilers, but yeah. This is a book in a world I definitely want to get published in one way, shape, or form. I would actually really love for this to be one of my first traditionally published books. It's always been a goal of mine. I love Elizabeth Snow so much, and so I just really want the best for her, personally. And that brings us down to the final 2 books. The next one would be The Ruling. The Ruling is my paranormal romance supernatural book that takes place in a world after the Supernaturals win the war. That is not a spoiler. It happens in the first chapter. And this is a family drama at its core for the first half. The second half is about self-discovery and love, vengeance. And this is book 1 of a trilogy, and I have ideas for novellas. I have a plan. This is going to be a self-published series, by the way. The plan is to write all 3 books back to back, and then I want to write novellas back to back with them and release a novella with a book simultaneously. So maybe that'll come out 1 year is the book and the novella, and then next year the book and the novella type of thing, something similar to that. Or in a similar, like every 6 months there's a book that comes out, and every 3 months there's a novella that comes out, or something along those lines is the plan for the first series. I do have plans for a sequel series as well that takes place in the same world with a set of different characters. I'm actually really excited about all of those things. And I got about 20-something thousand words into it, and I ended up putting the books themselves on a little bit of a pause. But overall, I'm very excited to jump back into it. This is a big one that I want to get to in December, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we can. I'm very excited about it. By the way, I'm filming this in November of 2021, so if this is a video you end up stumbling upon a little bit later on in life, I feel like after I have like more projects or something, I'll come back and I'll make a second video of this, my current writing projects. I'm not really sure what the videos containing the ruling will be. It's not directly, I'm not really sure. And then, coming to the final project, is my little sister's fantasy novel, which is going to be about 30 to 40,000 words. This is a middle grade fantasy with very simple premise. It's about a little girl who ends up traveling into a world full of magic and freedom and dragons and creatures, a whole bunch of different creatures, in order to save her brother, and she goes on this hero's journey quest across this land. That is the whole premise of the first book. Actually, I think that might be the premise of the first trilogy, like the whole series, the 3 books that I had planned for it. Christmas is coming up, and I'm planning on getting her, because that's what she's really into, but I would like this to be a very sentimental surprise to give her this novel, so that is a main goal of mine. So obviously it's November 29th, I think, when I'm filming this. So yeah, we gotta get started on that. But I don't think it's going to take me super duper long, hopefully, fingers crossed. I hope so. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. If you guys enjoyed this... Oh, hold on. I told you we'll talk about short stories. Let's talk about some short stories. So, at least for December, I plan on trying to write 2 short stories and go through the entire process of revising them, editing them, and having them like a finished copy of them. Not to share anywhere. I was thinking about maybe I should share them. I don't think that's going to be the case. I just really want to continue to work on my crafting of revising, editing, and stuff like that. And I think doing it in a shorter medium format, which my short stories run anywhere between 1,000 words and like 6,000, 7,000 words. Anywhere between there is like my sweet spots. I have a current project I'm working on. It's called Love, Death to Me or something along those lines. And I started it in like 2017. I put it down, and I think I'm ready to go back to it and start to revise it and make it into its better, like its 1.75 draft. And so, yeah. Either way. Alright, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make big fat thumbs up. Don't comment down below, hit subscribe button. I'll see you all next time for another video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.